Hi, Mr. Friesen here, and I'm in the Spring Mountains. I'm on the hunt for some of the oldest living organisms on Earth. Can you believe they grow right here, in our backyard? I'm talking about the western bristlecone pine. Budding scientists like us call them Pinus longeva. These trees are absolutely amazing for several reasons. First, they live for thousands of years. Second, they grow in extremely harsh conditions. Third, they look like something out of a scary movie. One tree in particular, named the Raintree, is about 2.5 miles up the North Loop Trail. Biologists believe it's about 3,000 years old. Much like how we need food and water, plants such as bristlecone pines need air, water, and nutrients to survive. If you've ever been up to Mount Charleston, you may notice that it gets harder to breathe. That's because there's less oxygen the higher altitude you go. It also gets colder and colder. The trail begins at an elevation of 8,439 feet. The trail travels up to a high point of 10,023 feet in elevation. As I walk up this steep trail, my body is working in overdrive to deliver the oxygen from my lungs to my muscles and brain. Not only does hiking a trail like this consume a lot of energy, but because there's less oxygen in the air, my lungs and heart need to work very hard. When we humans breathe in, we absorb oxygen from the air. Then we breathe out carbon dioxide. Plants, like the Raintree, which we are on our way to see, breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. One way to combat the fatigue of strenuous, high-altitude hiking is to stay fueled up. I packed a number of snacks and a lot of water. As I rest, my body is able to absorb more oxygen because my muscles are no longer working as hard. As you probably know, oxygen is one molecule we humans cannot live without. The food I eat provides me with the energy my body needs to grow and function. Instead of eating food to get their energy like us humans, plants consume sunlight using their leaves and convert it into energy using a process called photosynthesis. They also absorb nutrients from the soil using their roots, as well as carbon dioxide from the air. We've reached the high point of the North Loop Trail. We're at an altitude of more than 10,000 feet. This is the domain of the ultra survivors, the tremendously rugged western bristlecone pine. Take a look at the twisted branches and trunks of these organisms. Wow! Here it is, the Raintree. This particular tree is the oldest of the old trees in the Spring Mountains. It survived the thin air, the extreme winds, and the bitter cold for about 3 millennia. For 3,000 years, the Raintree has converted sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, and nutrients from the soil into energy to grow into the behemoth we see here today. It's hard to imagine what this world was like when this tree was just a sapling. There were no cell phones, there was no electricity.